Sports gambling is growing across the country, and most professional athletes are prohibited from betting on themselves or their sport, but not in MMA. Cronkite News reporter Parker Dunn caught up with an Arizona fighter who used people's betting against him, and that's why he bets on himself.
In each of his last 3 fights, professional MMA fighter Austin Wourms was an underdog on just about every sportsbook. Wourms was aware of this and remained unfazed, defying the odds each time he stepped into the cage, because to him, this is nothing new.
I've been the underdog my whole life, as far as sports. As a kid, I was never the most athletic, but I always had a good work ethic. I was always picked last in dodgeball, but then I'd be the last dude in there. I'm used to being the underdog. I like it, I embrace it.
Wourms enjoys being an underdog because it allows him to make money by betting on himself, since professional fighting organizations such as the LFA allow fighters to bet on themselves to win.
This past fight, I put money down on myself. My paycheck gets that much better at the same time. So I'm totally cool being the underdog. If they keep letting me be the underdog, I'll take it, just because it's a better payout for me.
One of Wourms' favorite things about being an underdog is that it gives him the opportunity to showcase his skill set and silence a crowd cheering against him.
It's the best. I remember my pro debut, I fought a dude who was 3-0. My amateur record wasn't the best, so they're like, okay, this is a feed me fight. I end up armbarring the guy in about a minute. The whole crowd was just quiet because they're all there for him.
Wourms feels he turned the corner in his career because of the change he made to the mental aspect of his fighting.
They don't know my mind state. That's one thing you can't put in the books. This 3-fight win streak, my mind, complete another level than I was just a couple years ago.
Sportsbooks take into account many different factors when determining betting lines for a fight. But unlike wins and losses, one thing that cannot be determined by a statistic is the determination to win in the cage, regardless of who he is facing. In Surprise, Parker Dunn, Cronkite News.